Hello, everybody. How you doing again? It's me, Russell Mills. It is August 5th, 2017, on a beautiful Sunday. Um, I just wanted to play you guys a clip of last year, Jesse Williams' speech at the 2016 BET Awards, um, because it's stuff that's still going on today, in our black communities that he talks about in a brief speech. So let's get right into it.
Peace. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, BET. Thank you, Nate Parker, Harry, and Debbie Allen for participating in that. Before we get into it, I just want to say, I brought my parents out tonight. I just want to thank them for being here, for teaching me to focus on comprehension over career, that they make sure I learn what the schools were afraid to teach us, and also to thank my amazing wife for changing my life. Now, this award, this is not for me. This is for the real organizers all over the country, the activists, the civil rights attorneys, the struggling parents, the families, the teachers, the students that are realizing that a system built to divide and impoverish and destroy us cannot stand if we do. All right? It's kind of basic mathematics. The more we learn about who we are and how we got here, the more we will mobilize. Now, this is also in particular for the black women, in particular, who have spent their lifetimes dedicated to nurturing everyone before themselves. We can and will do better for you. Now, what we've been doing is looking at the data, and we know that police somehow manage to de-escalate, disarm, and not kill white people every day. So what's going to happen is we are going to have equal rights and justice in our own country, or we will restructure their function and ours. Now, I got more, y'all. Yesterday would have been young Tamir Rice's 14th birthday. So I don't want to hear any more about how far we've come when paid public servants can pull a drive-by on a 12-year-old playing alone in a park in broad daylight, killing him on television, and then going home to make a sandwich. Tell Rakia Boyd how it's so much better to live in 2012 than it is to live in 1612 or 1712. Tell that to Eric Garner. Tell that to Sandra Bland. Tell that to Dorian Hunt. Now the thing is, though, all of us in here getting money, that alone isn't going to stop this. All right? Now, dedicating our lives to getting money just to give it right back for someone's brand on our body, when we spent centuries praying with brands on our bodies, and now we pray to get paid for brands on our bodies. There has been no war that we have not fought and died on the front lines of. There has been no job we haven't done. There's no tax they haven't levied against us, and we've paid all of them. But freedom is somehow always conditional here. You're free, they keep telling us. But she would have been alive if she hadn't acted so free. Now, freedom is always coming in the hereafter. But you know what, though? The hereafter is a hustle. We want it now. And let's get a couple things straight. Just a little side note. The burden of the brutalized is not to comfort the bystander. That's not our job. All right, stop with all that. If you have a critique for the resistance, for our resistance, then you better have an established record of critique of our oppression. If you have no interest in equal rights for black people, then do not make suggestions to those who do. Sit down. We've been floating this country on credit for centuries, and we're done watching and waiting while this invention called whiteness uses and abuses us, burying black people out of sight and out of mind while extracting our culture, our dollars, our entertainment like oil, black gold, ghettoizing and demeaning our creations, then stealing them, gentrifying our genius, and then trying us on like costumes before discarding our bodies like rinds of strange fruit. The thing is, though, the thing is that just because we're magic doesn't mean we're not real. Thank you.
So that was the speech last year with Jesse Williams speaking about issues, once again, that's going on in this country. And basically he nailed it. Okay. You know, what are we doing? What are we doing as a race? Are we helping ourselves? Or are we holding back? Or, you know, and plus we already know the system holds us back just as well. You know, a system that never wanted us here in the first place. You know, as you heard this gentleman say about brands on our bodies and stuff like that. So this is what I'm saying. We're giving money back that we work hard for. For what? We're doing stupid shit. And, you know, what do we have in return for it? I just don't understand it. Like I said, black people, we're smarter than that. We're not dumb. We're not dumb people, okay? But I just don't understand the whole concept sometimes of our mindsets. It's like, if you know the system don't like us, okay, then why don't we try to come together and do something? You don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to be anybody famous. You don't have to be, just, you know, talk to your brothers. Let's try to get more of an organized situation so we can be able to own something for ourselves and our families. And I'm not talking about marching, because marching, that's bullshit, okay? Keep it real. That's bullshit. Because how long does that last? Before the police come and try to escort you out of those of certain areas, okay? So like I say to people, you know, the marching, that's for the birds, okay? Let's, like I said, get our money together. Build our own brands. Don't let people use us, okay? This is what, you know, he was just speaking about, stuff like this. Educate your minds. Read. You know, invest. You know, instead of buying stuff that you can't afford, clothes you can't afford, Louis bags, Gucci bags that you can't even afford, but then you're broke. Just because it looks quote unquote nice, but then you have no money in your bank account, or, you know, you're having a hard time paying your rent, or taking care of your kids, okay? Or fighting with your spouse because there's not enough money, or people because either one of you guys aren't saving and you guys are spending on foolish things. See, this is a system that's been in place for years. And, you know, this is how it is. So we have to take the time to break the system. And stop acting like we can't. If we continue to let these people that hold the keys to the locks in our lives, I mean the government, these high-powered people in positions that really don't care about you and your family, then we're going to continue to struggle. We're going to continue to keep going in circles all the time, everybody. So like I say to people time and time again, we have to stop. Imagine if we just took the time to say, you know what, I'm not buying nothing. I'm not buying certain things anymore. Businesses would be hurting. Okay? Instead of you trying to buy that nice, quote-unquote, brand suit, you know, and make the money. Obviously, we have to buy stuff anyway. We have to buy food. We have to buy clothes. We have to buy, you know, get our haircuts. We already know this, okay? We have to buy and invest anyway. But what I'm saying is, instead of us taking the time to invest in big name brands, you know, especially if you don't have the money. then buy something that's similar, you know what I mean? But, you know, a little bit cheaper and still save some money, put some money in the bank. And think about your priorities. Because where are our priorities? We invest into alcohol. We invest into cigarettes. We invest into weed. You know, okay, we're investing all this money into the tobacco companies and the alcohol companies. What are you getting out of it other than you getting high or drunk? Okay, you know, I hope, was that well invested money? For them, it's well invested. For you, it's not. You just wasted your money because you want to get high, you want to get drunk, you want to, quote unquote, get nice, as they say. And by you getting nice, you're still being broke. And you're making those companies a lot of money. Buying all these clothes that you can't afford. Making the companies money. Okay? And just like, you know, we just don't get it. So that's why I say black people, you know, we like spending our black dollars on foolish stuff that we don't even need. And then we wonder why white people have everything. Okay? And they laugh at us. Okay? And this is what we don't understand. They're laughing all the way to the bank, and you know, and we're broke, and we're scrambling. Okay. So this is why I say it's like, you know, we have to take the time to learn who we are as black people, understand who we are, understand the system. You know, don't be a slave to the system. Just take the time to understand certain things, educate yourself, so we all can help each other. Even myself, I have to educate myself just as well. So I don't want to sound like a hypocrite on video, because I don't. We all are hypocrites if you really think about it at times, because sometimes we say stuff and we don't, you know, we don't do it. But what I'm saying is, what this young man just said last year made people was a little bit of an uproar, because you know, you hear this actor that's on Grey's Anatomy, I guess. You know, he's a biracial brother, and he's speaking about issues in our communities, because I believe he was a teacher at first before he became an actor. So there's nothing wrong with that. So he educated himself. And I'm sure his parents, which his father's black, his mother's white, like he said, you know, they would push him to, you know, educate himself more. So us as black people, we have to take the time to do that and take a stand. Because I notice there's a lot of biracial people taking a stand that are half black and half white. And I'm not saying they don't have a right to, because everybody has a right to feel how they feel and say how they feel, if it's long as, you know, if it's right. So like I say to us, let's think about, stop buying stupid stuff. But we won't. We won't, guys. We're going to keep taking the time to, you know, invest in other people's products and, you know, in their companies. And then we're going to stay broke, and we're going to think that, you know, we're doing ourselves justice, doing ourselves a favor by doing that. It's like every single time you guys buy cigarettes, they're multi-billion-dollar business, multi-billions. Okay? And then we want to keep investing in that. Alcohol, same thing. Big money. What are we getting out of it? Nothing. We're getting a drink. We're getting drunk. Quote unquote, getting nice, as we say. Ease the pain if we're stressed, right? That 6-pack, right? A beer, or whatever, 12-pack or whatever, or that weed. just to quote unquote relieve the stress. There's a lot of weak people in the world that need these vices, and it's sad. I don't drink or smoke, and I'm not better than anybody. I have a strong mind that says I don't need it because I'm thinking about my money, okay? Because I don't make much of it. So I'm trying to save up my money because I have a son, and, you know, he's going to need stuff, as he does every day, like any other child does in this world. And I want to be able to make sure if I can help provide and have something for him. So this is where I want to learn a little bit more about stocks and bonds. I want to learn about stuff like this, or get a 401k. I'm going to see if I can do that because I want to think about retiring down the road. Yeah, I don't want to be in the same situation. So, and I'm going to say this to people right now. What are we going to do in the next 5 years? If you're living on the street, what are you doing to change your situation? Are you trying to look around for a job? And number two, what's going to happen if you do try to apply for a job and they're going to ask you that, simple question. What have you been doing for the last 5 years? What have you been doing the last couple of years? And if you can't answer that, I don't know. Like I said, there's the internet everywhere. We can go to libraries. This is what I'm saying for those that want to get off the street. If you want to get off the street, you can try to get off the street. Having change, asking people for change, asking poor people for change just to feed you, come on, man. So, like I said, get your acts together, everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like this country has opportunities for everybody. You see a lot of the people that come here from different countries, how they get nice cars, nice homes. Whether the government, I'm sure, helps them, I'm sure. But I'm sure they have to work, and sometimes I'm sure they do jobs that they don't want to do. But how come they're winning? And then you have American people that are on the street that want to be peddling, drugs or peddling, trying to get, peddle some money, little change from other people. You have some of these people that are coming in from different parts of the world that are driving by your ass as you're trying to get 5 or 10 cents from them. Okay? Where's our priorities, everybody? Where is our priorities? Our priorities need to be in order. Fast. Because I'm going to say this to the black race. We're dying faster and faster every single day. Okay? Until we're going to eventually be wiped out. And there's only going to be a few of us left. Okay? So people could take these videos and say, oh, you're all over the place. You don't know what you're talking about. Whatever. Let me tell you something. I've had people in these videos call me a racist. I'm going to say this in response to anybody if this video gets uploaded. You would never be in my shoes or other black people's shoes, okay? So you would never know how it feels to be ridiculed, okay? Discriminated against because we don't look like this. White people are not going to discriminate against each other. They're not going to say, oh, he's Italian, or he's Jew, or whatever the case is. No, they're going to say, he's white. They're white. That's it. That's my friend. That's my buddy. They don't care. Black people, we get discriminated every day. Whether we're light skin or black or dark skin. We keep being discriminated against. But this is how it is. So like I said, everybody, get our priorities in order, please. Let's think about prioritizing our own lives. Okay? Get our acts together. Not just black people, white people too, all people. But I'm just saying, all people need to get the acts, myself and many others. We need to think about the future because let me tell you something. As you get older, it's going to get harder. Okay? And now that we have this Trump administration that's like messing up and causing havoc every day, it's not going to get any easier for everybody. So we better start working harder. We better start working smarter. We start thinking about putting our monies together, as black people, just as well as black or white people. If we want to work together and get our own businesses, that's, hey, whatever, it doesn't matter. But we need to, think about prioritizing our lives, everybody. But I just wanted to make a video, I haven't made one in about a couple of weeks, so, I was just thinking about what to say. But like I said, I want to thank everybody that has watched any of my videos. Keep supporting me, keep supporting my channel, subscribe, to my channel. I wanted to grow, I'm just, guy from Massachusetts that's just, want to spread the word, and just like a lot of us, I want to use this platform. So I want everybody to have a blessed Sunday today and take care of your business. So everybody take care. Bye.